the light's only behind me. It's completely dark in front of me.
Just silhouetted.
And that's my mother standing there. And I'm 24, just naked.
DUI.
I paid my debt to society. Exactly.
But you haven't paid your debt to Canada.
Exactly.
They won't.
I'm anti-internment camps.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
The
my
way you were
position.
talking, it was like pro. I thought you were very pro. You know, but because they can do that. It's not even
No,
gay.
it is
They
gay.
know it's
They're
not even
convincing
gay.
you it's not gay.
No.
That's such a good, like, uniquely Boston phrase. Like, yeah, he's a good shit. And it means, like, the highest compliment. He's just like,
It's
yeah,
like in
he's a
England.
good
He's a good cunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Top cunt, I think they say.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to lean back for this one.
So, my dick out's cool.
Dick's
As long
out's
as you-
cool.
No, all right, you know.
Yeah,
in
we
my
can do whatever.
contract, when you convinced me to come over, you said what? $300 cash, and I get to pull my dick out of it.
That's it. He was gonna do it for 500 no dick.
That one's getting. That one's going.
It doesn't matter.
That's
After
getting
what
uploaded
happened
to the
with this
OnlyFans.
shoe, it's not my problem. It's not my
fulfilled
problem.
his-
As long
his
as I
duty.
leave.
That
And by
one's
the
going
way,
on the
I need to
OnlyFans.
order food at 8:30.
Okay.
So
8:30.
you have me contractually
6:30.
till you
For
have me
2
2
We
hours.
got 2 hours. We don't got 2 hours of battery life in us.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I need to order food at 8:30.
What's the date?
Have you
Oh,
had the
December
bacon-
15th.
Bacon and
15th.
brie burger?
What day is today?
That one's a good one.
Good. Okay.
Today's a Monday.
Yeah, dude. Fucking yesterday.
And
night-
just like that, we are back with the universe according to Mugsy. Recurring guest, you know him from the Patrick Chronicles. It is the waiter, Patrick, who is gonna come and tell us his stories about what it's like to be the only waiter not invited back. This is
The only
To the
employee to ever be
yeah.
permanently fired in the history.
And Alex, I
impressive.
couldn't remember what we had the tagline for you. Bad boy Alex.
Alex.
Yeah, Demon Time Alex trending, guys.
Bernie Sanders. I think it's Alex.
What's your Instagram,
7
Alex?
years.
Devil
Demon
boy.
Time Alex.
Demon
right now.
Time,
It's Demon Time
hashtag
Alex.
Demon
Demon Time
Time
slowed down a
Alex.
little bit with the slow season, but just give me a chance, you know. So
Oh, welcome back onto the programs, boys. So, Salem took a dive
yeah.
after October. That's what we're talking about.
As expected, I feel like every year people trick themselves into thinking there's going to be like this Halloween hangover into November, and every year you just get smacked with reality that everyone is gone.
I don't know. I think last year.
At least
I
for
think
me.
last year it hung around for a couple weeks.
See, I've never witnessed it, and at least this year, like I feel like once that Airbnb booking ends on November 1st, I didn't see anyone in here, at least on the bar side of things. But
Yeah, when I was here for the weekend after that I was scheduled, it was crickets, crickets, crickets. Like nothing all day long. Maybe the weather had something to do with it, but that was the end of mine. Like November 3rd, I think was the last day. But Patrick, you explored another side of the October season here.
I did, yes. Being a part-time tour guide here in Salem, I was personally surprised with the 3 weeks after Halloween. I probably did 5 tours a week, one a night, and I averaged about 15 people per tour.
That's fucking.
And all those people said they came after because obviously it's much cheaper. But there was such a drive from Salem to say not to come on Halloween. I think it backfired. I think they was pushing don't come on Halloween, come before or after so much that nobody actually came on Halloween. It was noticeably different on Essex Street to me on Halloween night.
For now, what?
Hold on, but you guys had mentioned that this year you felt it
Oh,
was
tips.
October, September, November. I'm sorry, October, September, October. It was slower than it had been in the past, right?
The verbal tippers, we fucking hate you. Why do you got a verbal tip? It doesn't pay out our tabs.
Definitely.
Overall.
That's how it felt,
Overall,
for sure.
big time. And whether it was slower or not, tips were down, definitely, no question about it. There's like times where you're gonna get a shit tip, and it all balances out in the end eventually. You're gonna make whatever you're gonna make, and you can't worry about from here to there, like each table. But there were so many tables that you get stiffed on, and you notice when you get stiffed, especially if it's in cash. And I had a table walk out. I've never had a table walk out before. Chewing screws. These things all happen together, and it was like, oh, these things are all happening for a reason. I think the economy had a lot more to do with it.
Oh,
than we give credit.
1,000% on that. 1,000%.
Yeah. as well. And it'll also, interestingly, I don't know if I talked about this the last time, but one of the drummers that's out on the street, who I'm sure keeps very good track of his finances and has been out there.
He's definitely paying taxes. Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, he's 1099.
But he
for
said he was
sure.
down 30%. And
The guy who every time he gets a dollar goes, "Hey, somebody gave me $1." That guy,
No,
or,
different
you know
guy.
who I'm talking about?
no, this
Or
is
like-
this is a guy only shows up on the weekends. He plays the same fucking beats all the
He
time.
was the
but
guy
he comes in
in
here for
front.
steaks. He comes in for steaks.
He was straight across from the patio last year, and the same song over and over and over. Yeah, he's But he was doing very well, you
Yeah,
know.
oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, dude cleans up. I think he goes from city to city doing that shit.
Yeah, I saw him actually just a week ago at the Christmas tree lighting in Boston
Yeah,
Common. So I
see?
think he just kind of pops around to whatever the
Thing
big
is,
crowd
he does
event
his-
is, and that's what I would do. It's
yeah, I
sounds
mean,
smart. So.
if he's making enough to survive, yeah, fucking God bless him.
For
you
sure.
know,
I think he's.
1000%.
I don't know how he's doing it, but I think he's making good money. But he said he was down 30%, and he didn't get any euros or Canadian dollars, which he usually gets, which I would say goes to the American dollar not being worth shit, and that's why Europeans are on vacation here in the first place.
I had a lot last year. I remember the summer of 2024. I personally had a ton of Canadians here, like
Yeah.
a ton.
Shit tons. They're still
A
here.
ton, especially at the beginning of the season. It felt like I had a lot of people. And then on my tours, towards the end, late October, early November, I had a lot more Canadians. Someone tipped me. They gave me like a loonie, a toonie, a $5 bill and a 10 or something. So I have it. But but I imagine you mentioned the Canadians are down, so I feel like that's really saying something. That
Yeah,
if they're
for
not
sure.
coming down, because Kennebunkport, Southern Maine is like a huge spot for the Canadians.
Yeah, and
They love that
if
shit,
it's
eh?
cheaper to travel here, like just like if it's cheaper for us to go to Mexico, right?
Was
go to
cheaper
Mexico.
for us to go to Mexico.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I remember going to Montreal and shit. I was 18, so 2000. It was $100 for the bus ride from Boston to Montreal to St. Catherine Street. 2 nights in the hotel and a bus ride back. And the American dollar was like $2 Canadian.
Yeah.
And the best part of that was the strip clubs, because they didn't take the loonies and toonies are, coins. So it's not like you're giving them dollars. You can't make it rain. Like, what are you going to make it hail? Just flipping coins at them. And yeah, for an 18-year-old kid, once you cross that border, like,
Give them pennies.
yeah, sky's the limit. Thank you. What the?
Pennies that were worth money.
Yeah, what the?
I was dancing in the back of my
St. Catherine Street. Absolutely. Yep.
Pennies, I'm like, check the penny. Why check the penny? Like $6 penny.
That's so
The
funny.
Dome. It was just a huge dance club, but yeah, like Montreal, and yeah,
I've heard there's
I
lots
cannot,
of stuff that goes on up there.
I
Lots of
cannot
people
go
north.
anymore. Like unfortunately, with my record, I'm not welcome in Canada.
That-
Canada. Like if I went to the border, they'd turn me around. But
Yeah, that's so. Even if you get a DUI,
I paid my debt to society. Exactly.
But you haven't paid your debt to Canada.
Exactly.
They won't forgive
But
you.
DUI is the same thing. If you have a DUI, I think in the last 7 years, they won't let you cross the border.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
fucking.
But I went to Montreal before 9/11, so you didn't even need a passport.
You could just drive. his
Yeah,
license and
like
shit?
you were in a bus, and once in a while somebody come in and check your birth certificate and shit. But 80%
You have to
of
bring
the
your
time,
birth certificate.
yeah, it's birth certificate. You needed like a social security card. But when I went, I didn't have either, and I was like, the guy came on the bus, looked around, and that was it.
Wow.
Same with Mexico back in the day.
Yeah.
Like before 9/11, it was a whole different story with the borders.
I must have only flown a couple of times before 9/11 because I remember on Seinfeld they just walked right up to the gate.
Yeah.
Walking somebody up to the gate, fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I see every
absolutely.
time in Home Alone and when
Yeah.
Lost in New York when they're like right there and just running up to the gate at the last second, just saying goodbye. It's like that's never been my whole life. I was born in 2003. I've only lived post 9/11, so I've never experienced anything that wasn't like high security. Also, not to get too depressing, but I've only lived in the era of like school shootings. So like my whole childhood of going to school was like, all right guys, it's September, so get under the desks, get ready for the drill. We're going to get in the cubbies today. If there's ever a shooter, lock the door. Like, that's just my normal life, which I know for, like, a lot of, like, older generations, it's kind of, like, weird to hear. But that's just my whole life has been like, oh, yeah, we might just have a shooter one day. So make sure you lock this door and hide under this desk.
And when do you
do what you can, like, and they've changed it through my life. There was a point where it was just shelter in place and just kind of hide and burrow down and hope they don't come in. And then now, in sort of the end of my high school, they kind of flipped it and made it all about, like, no, if you have a chance, like, fight back and, like, be aggressive. So I feel like whenever they, like, switch up the doctrine of what you're supposed to do, they have no fucking idea what they're talking about. Like, whenever they do a 180 from what you were supposed to do to now, they don't know what they're doing.
You can be whatever gender you want.
Yeah.
And fight back when they come in to shoot you.
Well, I mean, that's in what happened at Brown.
Yeah.
Saturday, I believe, 2 people dead, 8 shot. And in their thing they posted on their, I don't know if it was X or
Twitter,
Instagram, Twitter, what have you, for the Brown University, it said, duck and cover, and at last resort, fight back. And I guess that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
I remember I was a sophomore in high school when Columbine. It was sophomore in high school, 99, and it was spring break, 420. I think it happened on 420. And yeah, Columbine, the first big shooting. And since then, we're desensitized to it. But when do you remember the youngest you remember having to do drills? Was that first grade?
So definitely elementary school, because when Sandy Hook happened in 2012, I would have been in 3rd grade. So I was literally the age of the Sandy Hook kids when it happened. I remember we wrote letters to the school and stuff, prayer notes,
I was a server in Seattle. I was 29 years old.
Definitely elementary school, anywhere from kindergarten through 5th, but probably right around 1st grade or something like that.
And then was it yearly? You'd have because I remember looking at things back in the 70s. It was the bomb drills. If Russia get under your desk.
Yeah, it was probably a yearly thing. Okay. Yeah, because they would do a little PowerPoint presentation, and then you'd kind of put it into effect, but. I don't remember a ton of it, but I remember it happening, and I remember we just didn't think much of it because it was just normalized.
Like a fire drill.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
normalized. That's fucking bananas. Normalized.
Yeah.
It's not. There's page 3 news now with a school shooting.
Yeah.
Look at Australia 2 days ago or yesterday, the first day of Hanukkah. 18 dead.
And the guy
200 injured.
You see when the guy runs up, this is just a civilian, ran up, tackled him, took his gun away, and had it right at him, and I don't know if he didn't know how to use it or just had a conscience to not kill another person in the moment. But that video is crazy. Have you seen that?
I've not seen it.
It's just a civilian that literally prowls up behind the active shooter, tackles him, wrestles the gun away from him, and gets him down the ground.
That's a good motherfucking.
And
bloke.
that's not he's not some SEAL operative who's there to adjust the situation. He's just a guy who leapt into action. That video's crazy.
And his body at the last second is telling him are you gonna murder another human being? Yeah, man, what a fucking situation to be in.
They don't have guns in Australia.
Yeah.
Same as Port Arthur, I think it was the Port Arthur in the 90s. A guy, it was a mass shooting, he killed 20 people, and the next day, Australia, 90% of Australia was yeah, we probably don't need machine guns in our country.
No,
that's what it is.
We need them all. You need them all. You need them all. Gotta have them all. Gotta have them all.
But that's what they said, and they hadn't had a mass shooting until yesterday.
And
yesterday was a long rifle. And a long rifle, I don't know if it's
hunting
just
rifles. They have hunting rifles.
But those things, I don't know much about guns, but it's not a fucking M16 where you're mowing people down. A single shot rifle for that many dead people. You're reloading it,
you
know
what
that's
you're doing.
It's not blah, 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 yeah. I mean,
my theory on all of these people is
more guns, he says. Fucking
we
get
need
the fuck
them.
Out of here.
We so what happened to
for
Australia?
What do we need
Well,
guns
what happened
for?
in Australia during COVID was they put you in internment camps. If they wanted to, that's exactly what they did. They were tackling grandmas outside and arresting them outside of supermarkets for not having a mask on. And I'm not kidding. It was insane restrictions, probably comparable to China in a free country. It's because you don't have guns.
Well, we did that to the Japanese in World War II. Didn't we? Less than 100
Took
years
away
ago?
all their fucking guns.
Well, no, we put them in internment camps. If you Japanese,
Oh, in the 50s.
the early 40s,
yeah.
after, yeah. But I'm saying,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we did that.
Definitely.
So, like, I guess.
I'm not saying that's a good thing either. I'm anti-internment camps.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
The
my
way you were
position.
talking, it was like pro. I thought you were very pro internment camps.
No,
That's
if
the way- okay, I
Australia gave
apologize.
up their guns, that's how they got in the internment camps.
No. Okay, continue.
But so I don't know what happened with any of these shootings. I don't follow the news as closely as the rest of the world. But in order for someone to not get caught right away when they commit a crime, they need to be groomed to do something like that. ChatGPT is not enough life experience for you to be able to walk into a room and point blank and being mad at the government and being mad about something else does not give you the ability to execute like Jason Bourne. To shoot 20 people and then get out of there unscathed takes planning. This is a psychotic break from a military-industrial complex. This is a Jason Bourne program. Just like the CIA fucking military shit that they got going on, like Mockingbird and Hummingbird and all that shit that they've had. That's my opinion on this whole thing. All these school shootings. These are people that were in the program, but something fucking went wrong with them and they broke.
Oh, I mean, you're gonna hate this. To me, I think it's just fucking access to guns. Some kid who's getting bullied is gonna fucking
it's-
get an M16. Then he goes to school and he just, if there was no guns, people say no. People would still kill. Like, how many people are you gonna kill with a knife before somebody stops you? 3. That's the stupidest fucking argument I've ever heard in my life. And real quick, and the worst argument to me is like, well, we need guns because the government. The government has missiles they can shoot down your fucking chimney. You can have all
yeah.
the guns you want, and the government is just gonna fucking wipe you out. So that's fucking, get the fuck out of here. I believe if you need a handgun in the dresser next to your bed, I firmly believe that. If you hunt, nobody needs a fucking assault.
Well, I
Nobody needs like.
I think you got a huge point there in the sense that the weapons have changed.
1,000%. That's the
Right?
biggest part.
Because like this is the argument of like the right to bear arms being in the Constitution written 300 years ago. It's like, okay, well, that was when you had a musket that could shoot one shitty, inaccurate ball every like 45 seconds. You had to tamp it down with a tamping iron. You couldn't just go out there.
45
and
seconds,
just-
like if you were the best
Yeah,
at it.
if you're like pouring
exactly,
the gunpowder,
yeah.
tamping it
Yeah.
down, and like you get one like crooked shot off at best. Now it's like with the assault rifle capabilities of today, it's like they did not foresee how many people you could wipe out with that. So yeah.
And
it's-
the Queen's not coming over. That was the thing too.
Yeah.
Right to bear arms because they thought the English were coming back.
Well,
They're not
yeah.
fucking coming. They're just now they're just killing people
That ain't
who are
happening.
jocks. You know, like
Yeah.
whatever it is. Like,
But where have the weapons gone? Because
what do you mean gone? There's fucking
How have
plenty
they-
of them. What do you mean
There's
gone?
like more
No.
guns than Americans.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
there's like 5 guns for every American. in
so,
this
but the big thing that everyone's like afraid of. What's the biggest bomb?
atom bomb, like
The nukes,
nuclear
right?
bomb, yeah.
Nuclear weapons are like the biggest bombs. That's what everyone's supposed to be afraid of.
Oh, real quick. Sorry, on a side note, there's a website that, like, literally, it's a map of the world, and you pick, like, each country that has what they, like, their nuclear capabilities.
Yeah.
So you pick India, oh, this grade missile, and you point to Salem, Mass as the ground zero, and it shows you, like, the zones of the destruction.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking insane.
It's wild.
Yeah, and it's like, that's just reality.
Yeah.
It's just like, literally, if they just shot a missile right here, instant, sick, miserable,
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know, but,
But there are soft ways to go about that, right?
not with not with everybody having guns.
all they need to do is addict you to your phone, though, and then they don't have to worry about you at all.
Yeah, no, that's much more of like
Do you know
just
what I
making
mean?
like a complacent, lazy, dumbass public.
Creating
Yeah.
shithead human beings
That's
is
pretty,
another way to make sure
they
that you
already
don't have
did
any
that.
competition.
They won that battle. a
But
while.
that's the weapons I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
though, is like
yeah.
the cell phone and Twitter. So
Yeah.
if we look at TikTok, right? And,
Forcing us against each other. That's all it's doing. It's
Yeah.
keeping us focused on that bullshit so
Fuck
they can
yeah.
do whatever they need to do. And it's like, oh, but fucking Logan Paul fucking did this bullshit. Let's focus on that.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck it
I
is.
think those are the weapons nowadays. Big time.
And think about it, like it's proven that all, like, you know, some liberal post and 90,000 people thumbs up it, and it's like, that's some dude in Korea making that post.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
There's something called like dead internet theory, where just like a vast majority of the internet is not real humans. It's literally one AI talking to another AI and just driving like fake engagement. Like there's some, like, I really don't use Facebook. I only made a Facebook account to be in the server group chat here because I just needed it to get in. When I open up Facebook for 5 seconds to look at like my friend's baby photos or something, and you just get a glimpse of the rest of the cesspool on there, it's just the most fake news. And again, like fake news, like it's like 20.
Candace Owens and fucking
But like it'll literally just be an AI photo, and it'll be the dumbest shit. It'll be an AI photo of like Tom Brady like crying. It's like heartbreaking. Tom Brady donated $1 billion to save this cancer hospital. Click the link, and it's like, no, like it's stuff that's not true, and it'll just be about anything and every topic. Like I only see stuff about like Tom Brady or the Patriots because it knows I like football or whatever.
Because you
so like
every
it'll
time you
show
look
like
it up on your computer,
or like
what's up?
heartbreaking or like heartwarming. Mike Vrabel builds 10-story like cancer hospital. It's like
BMC.
It's like no, he didn't do that. Like that would be, you would know if he did that. That's just like not true. So that is what keeps people stupid, and then TikTok keeps the kids so stupid, and it's really just like so much brain rot. And that's another interesting thing with, I'm not gonna make this like an anti-China rant, but
I was just
TikTok.
gonna bring that up.
TikTok
the biggest
has
weapon right there.
TikTok in America now. They added this STEM tab: science, technology, engineering, math. It's like actually educational videos. But originally, the American version of TikTok was all just dumb brain rot bullshit. If you were in China on the exact same app, TikTok, it was like teaching kids like math, science, engineering. Like it was purely educational. So they were like pumping out all this shitty crap to
Yeah.
They knew exactly
make
what the
Americans
fuck
stupid.
they do.
And
Of
then
course.
keeping like the good educational videos is more what they are feeding to like the like people in their own country. They've added this STEM tab to like American TikTok. No kids fucking click. Like at least it's there, but like the vast majority of it is all just like brain rot bullshit. So,
1,000%. 1,000%.
And they had time limits on the Chinese kids.
yeah.
So the Chinese kids could only go on for 2 hours. That's just how TikTok worked. Was you have a time limit every day of 2 hours if you're under whatever age. And in the United States, they took the time limit off. So
What
like
could-
that's also drives this excessive addiction. And the other thing is that just got sold to Larry Ellison too.
Can't tell you who that is, to be honest.
That's just the guy that started Google.
What
Oh,
country?
okay.
What country
Just right back to Google again. So we're all going in a circle to monopolies at Google.
Yeah.
What
Who's
country
driving all this?
just
Yeah, I mean,
outlawed social media? You had to be 16
I
or 18.
didn't see that.
Yeah. I
Um,
wanted maybe like New Zealand or something
yeah,
like that.
which is awesome to
Yeah.
me. You got to be 16. Like,
That's
dude, in this
crazy.
country, you can't drink a beer or smoke a cigarette,
Yeah, I
but you
know.
can take a bullet for your country at 18. That is fucking bananas.
That is crazy.
But
It is pretty wild. I don't even know where I'm going to go. I don't even know where I'm about to go. But right now, I do not want to sell you any deodorant for your balls or anything else, really, at this moment. What I would like for you to do is go to MugsyTheCreator.com. You can find my Patreon link, which enables me to do this all for free, living off $12,000 a year in my paradise. But you can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and a whole host of other places. Let's see where I'm going to go with this one. How's he going to land that plane? Back to the episode.
social media, I think, the internet is the best and worst thing that's ever happened to humanity. It really is. That any information you need is at your fingertips, but you could put whatever the fuck you want on it, and people can read that. That's what it is. Like,
I think they didn't
look-
know at the time when they did it. Like, I don't
you
know
mean
that
Al
they
Gore?
do the internet.
I mean,
again.
Al Gore obviously invented the internet.
Well, they had it. They had that.
I get the
shit.
joke. I get
Okay,
the joke.
see, thank you. Yeah, but yeah, it's just, yeah, they had no idea, and it's just people are pieces of shit, myself included. I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, we
everybody is a, like human beings. We're gonna do the wrong thing because we're selfish things. So something like the internet was insane, dude. Porn made the internet what it was. Like that was a dude. AOL in like 96, 97, AOL like like the dial-up internet, like www, whatever. Like it wasn't like you porn or shit back then. but it was still photos, but it would take like 30 minutes. Like,
You'd be surprised how much technological innovation is driven off of literal just fucking our animalistic
The
nature.
most base, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, porn drove the internet,
That's
man.
it. Do you hear what happens to they give these tribes down South America, porn or cell phones for the first time, and then they get addicted to porn immediately, and their tribes fall apart. They've been around for like hundreds and hundreds, thousands of years, and then all of a sudden
No,
they get
it's-
porn and it's over.
Somebody's
Yeah,
a
I
dick
mean,
to do that.
It's like I feel
Definitely.
like it doesn't rank amongst like what you think of as like addiction when you think of like alcoholism, like drug addiction, but like that porn addiction, especially now with like you can make like AI porn of anything you want, and then you can literally just rot your brain out of your skull. Like
Yeah.
it's dangerous, and then you lose your ability to like function in society because you just start viewing everything through this like perverted like your mind just gets so twisted by it. I feel like there's too many people and it on TikTok again, like not to bring it back again, but like that's like kids that are like 12 years old, and there's like crazy shit on TikTok like before they catch it with any kind of censorship, and it's just like stuff that kids shouldn't be like. Even when I was a kid, on like before Instagram got strict with stuff, like I was seeing stuff on Instagram that now like I guess they filtered out a lot better, but stuff that you definitely shouldn't be seeing. And like again, that's on Instagram. You just go one link further to an actual bad website for a kid, and
It
it's
is
too much.
wild how they have, like, they can do, like, fuck whether they should be filtered in or not. Like, if you have a cell phone as a kid, it doesn't matter whether Instagram shows it to you or you just
Yeah,
go to
go
the fucking
find it,
shit.
yeah.
They just have the ability to figure it all out on their own.
And I mean, what?
Teenagers at work get around. We have iPads and they're like locked, whatever.
They proxy their way through it.
And they get around them. And so like I'll walk in and not be like, how are you on TikTok? One kid was like Googling boobs. First of all, you're in the hospital. Second of all, how the heck did you get boobs on there?
That's a good-
Show me how you
if
did
he
it
wasn't-
so I can look at it.
if he wasn't feeling good, I mean, who doesn't like looking at boobs? I mean, let's get down to brass tacks here. Like,
Yeah, he might be healthy on his way out.
These kids are smart.
my knee hurts, some boobs, takes your mind off divorce, whatever. Boobs is the answer to anything, like, just saying, just throwing it out there.
Because we got the internet, but we hadn't even thought about all the things that we could do with it because it wasn't integrated into our system to go at that point. I was 90, so around 10
You were
years
born
old.
in 90?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 years old was the millennium, and that's when we had AIM, AOL Instant Messenger.
You got mail.
And you would put up an away message.
No, yep, like
And,
off
like,
to whatever.
Yeah,
yep,
going
yep,
back to
yep.
school, you know how it is. And then you come back and you could talk to people if they were on at the same time. And it was probably before text messaging.
Definitely,
And then-
1,000%, dude. No, like the first cell phone my buddy had, I was a junior in high school, so 99. It was like, the Nokia, like just
Yep.
the front screen.
Snake.
But it was, fucking $150 a month and like the minutes, and you only got so many. It was just ridiculously
Oh,
expensive.
it was insanely, priced.
'Cause I remember-
I
and then
forgot
it-
how fucking expensive it was to have
And
a
then
cell
it became nights after 9 o'clock. It was free.
Nights and
Nights
weekends.
and weekends was a
Yeah.
big thing, but it was still like $110. And eventually, slowly, and then like 07, the first iPhone came out.
Yeah.
And that was the game changer. Now it's like you literally just have a dude. My Mac laptop is just as good, fucking the same as my phone.
Yeah,
It's the same exact fucking thing.
It's wild.
And it's scary. What you mentioned earlier, I believe, about people, I don't remember what you said. But AI, exactly. The people, I went to Whole Foods the other night, and I asked the guy behind the register how many people actually like scan their palms. And he's like, a ton. And like, that scares
Wait,
the
what?
fuck out of me. Like
what?
at Whole Foods is a thing where like
never seen this.
Yeah, at Whole Foods like you can get your palm scanned, and so that's your account, like your credit card.
What?
Yeah, 1,000%. You put your hand on it, zzz, it reads it, out the fucking door. There was a company in Wisconsin
Seriously?
that
I
put
guess
a
I've
micro.
never been in a Whole Foods in my life. I can say that.
They
so I
put a
don't know
mi-
anything about
really
that.
okay.
Yeah, I'm a market
Dude,
basket
dude,
guy.
once you get
Yeah.
hold on,
You know, yeah.
once you get
the
a
people's supermarket.
once you get a relationship, it's a different story. Like fucking that. Give it 2 months, yeah, fuck, and you'll be going, yeah.
So the hand
that's like a
scan
fun Saturday.
Is for what? That's what your your
To
Whole Foods
pay.
account is connected to?
Yeah.
Or
Yes, like your
Your Amazon
Amazon
Prime.
account. Exactly.
So
I've seen
Amazon.
the thing where like you walk around and the checkout automatically knows what's in your cart and you just pay that way.
I
I've
mean,
seen that.
no,
that would be
but-
So
sweet
did
if
you-
it had like like the gun. If you could scan everything. Oh shit! Look what you did. Fucking Matthew.
Down, beer down.
Nothing on the equipment.
I know that was great. Nothing on the equipment. I'll get some towels.
Fucking bad. What a dick.
And we'll be right back.
Sorry, fellas. I apologize.
No, dude, that's gonna be a great for the fucking podcast. Are you kidding?
You need to do like the burr, 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 burr. Like that. We'll be right back.
Oh, you're a little face in the circle. Okay. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the fucking, you know, the Amazon Prime stores where you would walk in the cart and all your shit would just be
Yeah,
scanned.
I've seen that. I haven't been there in person.
Well, do you know how it worked? This just got exposed. They had to close all those things.
Really?
Just people in India. They would go
Oh,
back
actually,
and
I
watch
think
the
I heard
footage.
about it.
They would go back and watch the footage and fucking watch all these 900
yeah.
cameras.
I
so
heard
the
about
stores
that. I forgot
rigged
about
with
that.
fucking cameras, and they're
Yeah.
like, we have this new technology. It just
Like, yep, you just picked up a box of tricks. Okay, write that down.
So I'm sorry. So it's just like it's a store where you go in if you know, you grab X, Y, and Z, and you
Yeah,
can
it's a
just walk out.
supermarket.
It's connected to your account and everything. You just walk, like you get what you need and just walk out.
So yeah, it wasn't connected. It is connected to your account in the fact that you're a Prime member, but you just go in there. I don't know. I don't know exactly. I know that you could walk in the store. You didn't have to check out. You put a bunch of shit in your cart and you left. Maybe you had to log in when you went into the store or something, and they just knew.
Oh, I'm sorry, and I apologize before I spilt the beer here. That scares the shit out of me, man.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
people putting their palms on a thing, or people getting a chip, or things like that. Like, I don't want to say I completely believe in the Terminator series, but I kind of do. Like, machines are fucking no good, man. Like, nothing good is gonna come from this. Absolutely nothing.
It doesn't look good. So they've been doing this too because they had, I remember when I was in college, so I graduated in 2012, there were people that already agreed to have chips put under their skin so that they didn't have to go through the carousel at work and they could get through the cafeteria line faster, which is already like, you're such a pig. Oh my God, how fast you need to eat those fucking Cheetos that you're giving all of your biometric data to your corporation. You just trust these people? Now, I am a hypocrite because I already gave all my biometric data to fucking Apple. And every time I fucking scan my fingerprint to log into my MacBook, I'm like, fuck! I didn't even realize. I was
When
so
I got
excited.
a MacBook for school, I definitely put my fingerprint. I was
And
like,
they got
this
my
is the greatest
face.
fucking thing ever, dude. Yeah, like,
Face ID on everything.
And I lost a bunch of weight, and it never asked me again to rescan my face. So it just constantly is scanning.
my
That's what that means.
niece is the older one. When she got her cell phone, my younger niece could use her face, and it would open her sister's iPhone. Like her face was that close. It was close enough that
Yeah, that shit, they got
But
you
yeah,
now.
but dude, it's no good. Look at what's happening to human beings. Like, this shit is no good, man.
So
the internet
that's-
is.
What is your theory on this? Like, your generation is gonna like decide which way to go.
Yeah, I mean it's scary. Like I feel like
Oh no, hold on, sorry, Alex. It's too late not to decide which way to go. It's already they're fucking going one way.
it's how are you gonna
that's-
deal with the
Yeah,
shit,
that's
the
what I'm-
shitstorm that's
exactly, yeah,
impending.
exactly, yeah. The wave's fucking coming.
Because
It's cresting, and
definitely,
now what?
I feel like at the end of millennials and sort of the start of me, because I'm Gen Z, there was like the sense of like impending doom and like everything's over and like why should I care about anything, because like there was a sense of like, oh, okay, global warming is gonna like melt the whole planet, we're all fucked, the economy sucks, we'll never buy a house. And
You'll
it
never
was
get Social
It was
Security.
all
yeah.
pessimism. Like Social Security will just not exist when
Yep.
we're that old.
Okay.
You'll never be able to buy a house. The global warming is gonna just fuck everything up. Like everything will suck. And there was that kind of like depression of just like apathy of like why should I even care? I feel like there's some like young people that are still like no, fuck, like we can act like don't just give up and punt, like, you know what I mean? Like you can still like maintain some, like not maintain, but like even if shit like gets totally torn down, you could rebuild something better afterwards. I feel like so. I try to remain like optimistic with stuff like that, but like there is also a sense of like stuff like with data. I'm like, yeah, they got me. Like anyone who wants to get you with like unless you literally just live in a log cabin and with no human contact, like they got you. They've got you on every. All your data exists out there. Like when you talk about, oh, I need a new door hinge, and then your first Instagram ad is, oh, check out these awesome door hinges. That's not because they just randomly bought a door hinge ad. Because they heard you talking about it. Or they, like so that they already have your data in those senses. But I feel like stuff with like global warming, for example, or any kind of like existential threat, no one will care to try hard enough to solve it until that's where like the money incentive is. So like right now there's more money to be made off like oil and gas or whatever fossil fuels. And again, if you don't believe in climate change, I guess then disregard what I'm saying, but whatever.
Well, Venezuela is that's what you're saying. All of a sudden oil is a big deal and fucking
But like but once like there's more money to be made in alternative sources, and then like once there's like money to be made in like fuck, we need to build this thing to counteract shit, then all the force of like industry will go behind that, I feel like. But once, right now, there's still more money to be made on just fuck it, just burn coal and gas that no one really cares. But I think once that tide turns, there'll be a shift, and then, but yeah, there's scary shit out there. Like, you know, like Boston Dynamics makes all these like robots and stuff.
Unbelievably
That shit is scary. And now it went from like a dog that could kind of like jump onto a box to like humanoid things that like if it gets knocked down, it like corrects itself, pops back up. It's like, why are we
Skynet?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, why are we making a robot that can like get in a fist fight and pop back up in like parkour? Like, that's not automating like at the Amazon warehouse. Like,
that's to fight me.
That's to fight me. That's to
and
kill
that's
me.
why we're gonna need the guns, Patrick. I'm telling you, we're gonna need the guns.
What the fuck is a gun gonna do against a robot? Yeah. And also, if the robots
these are the real conversations.
Hold on, but if the robots start doing their own shit, they're gonna be control of the missiles and the drones.
Yeah.
Your fucking shotgun's not gonna do dick against some robot shooting like your fucking small shack in Alabama.
Well, I am so grateful to the people that did the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, because we don't have to argue over that. I get my choice. I get the shotgun, and I get to try it against the robot.
Hold on, a bunch of super rich white guys who owned slaves who didn't want to pay taxes. Yeah, fucking yeah. All men are equal. All men are equal as long as you're fucking as rich as me.
Yeah. Well, as long as you own property.
Yeah, this country is fucked, and it's
it was all the oligarchs in the first place. Amaruca was a Peruvian god, and the guy that discovered the map guy who named his Vespucci America something or whatever.
Oh yeah, Amerigo. Whatever.
Amerigo Vespucci. Yeah. He named himself after the beautiful country of Amaruca, named after a Peruvian god.
That's sweet. And having a country named after yourself, like that's gonna be pretty bad.
I know. He was like, yeah, fuck. So all of our history is bullshit. That's why it's anything about the news is it's all manufactured. I think making this podcast has really helped me realize how much of all of it is fucking bullshit.
Oh, have you ever seen the edits where they have every different news station and they compile it and they all are saying the exact same thing? Like
Operation Mockingbird by the CIA in real practice. It is successful. Like these things, the CIA don't usually miss. So that has an effect. But they're running psychological operations on the American people now, so now it's a different game. Your generation gets that a hell of a lot more than my generation and the generations before.
Yeah, because
it's like integrated.
Yeah, trust in government has cratered.
Out the window.
Absolutely. I feel like we talked about this a lot in some of my like political classes in school and stuff. Like, it started with like as far back as like Vietnam and Watergate, like little cracks. Like, what do you mean the government is like lied to us? Like, what do you mean like this war isn't really what we think it's about? Or what do you mean they like broke in and stole information? Like, they're not supposed to do that. That's the president. Like, we're supposed to be honorable.
Yeah.
So I feel like those are the first cracks, and now it's just completely like, I mean, dude, like,
and now we have
every
a
time you
president
open
calling
your
people
phone,
a pig.
Yeah.
You know, like now
like,
we have a president calling a news reporter.
That's even on the level of like
pig,
just general like respect and decorum
that's
being
all
gone.
Yeah.
But even beyond that, it's just like they're all just so in bed with the worst people in
It's
life.
funny.
Like,
It's all
like
about-
literally
that's all
yesterday, how many like
1000%.
Epstein photos got released of these fucking like weirdo like perverted gloves with. Have you seen like?
I haven't looked at
It's
the
just,
pictures. I
just
see it
every
in the
day there's a
news.
new crop of photos of just like the most like heinous like and like they're not explicitly terrible, but they're just like sinister. Like,
And you know
why
what
does he have
those
a
photos
dentist
are-
chair? Like, why does he have a fucking
With those
like?
masks,
Yeah.
all fake
Yeah.
masks of men's faces, all it's just
just
like,
like-
dude, you're a creep. That's
Yeah.
all it was
Yeah.
to it. You're a fucking
Yeah.
creep.
There was
And our president of the United States is a fucking creep.
definitely.
And-
They were all on the list. Like that's the big secret. Now for me, when I learned that there's 7 levels above the president, like there's 7 levels of clearance above the
Well,
president.
no,
Well
of
then,
course there is.
what are
Of
we even
course
talking
there
about
is.
with the
Yeah,
presidency?
yeah.
Because none of it matters.
But-
Like, because that's all bullshit. This is the political theater
Yeah.
that plays out that's supposed to distract us. And if we get distracted by it, well, then we're losing the game.
Well, that's what it is. That's what like TikTok is, or like the
Exactly.
bullshit on YouTube of being like, oh, I think
Like
this
us.
person does this. Oh yeah, the bullshit we're talking about. It's all distractions. So it's like, oh, we're just gonna do this a little bit more to fuck. You know, you're losing a little bit of rights, but you don't notice because you're doing fucking this bullshit.
Or you're
And
put in a
that's what it
position
is.
where you're
Or you're just
begging
fat
for
with
them
your
to take a
hot
couple.
pockets and your fucking hot Cheetos, and you're just sitting watching fucking Love Island, and you don't really care because you're just fat and happy in your recliner watching reality TV and eating fucking just
But
Red
or-
40.
but on the other
and you don't
hand,
really
but-
care. Like they can sedate the public. And I'm victim. I'm here drinking a beer, fucking hanging out. Like I'm not like actively like plotting against the government. But, but I could be, but I just don't feel like it because I'm content to just play fucking Xbox when I go home. You know what I mean? Like,
1000%. And
so no one's really free of it. Like unless you're like a legit like freedom fighter, like revolutionary, and you dedicate your life to it. Like pretty much most people are relatively just sedated.
I don't think
1000%.
Americans know how to be like a freedom fighter
Yeah.
anymore. I think that
I
stuff's
think enough
like
people go to work and they fucking, they work hard and they just make enough money and like they're relaxing is sitting down and eating hot fucking Cheetos. Watch, at the end of the day, it's like fucking my job sucked, but I came home to have a few dollars in the bank. Like that's it. Like that's the problem. Like it's so fucking crazy financially that it's like how can like people like a custodian just fucking go work his ass off, come home and barely pays his bills, and his happiness is fucking watching The fucking Bachelor,
Yeah.
eating Cheetos, and it's like, how can you focus on anything else
Yeah.
when so it's I mean,
Yeah. That's the hard part.
no,
it's weird though how integrated you guys are into it because as a dude, one of the first things that you realize about creation is it comes from destruction. And these things coming crashing down, it's like, perfect. Let's build some new shit.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to build?
Yeah.
Like, let's try literally anything.
Yeah.
Like this is the same oligarchical bullshit. Every time I turn on a television and I see the movies, the same fucking people, like old friends from high school that you thought you were gonna get rid of, and they're just thrown in your face over. Like, it's the same people. I stopped watching movies so long ago, but how come the actors never changed? Oh, because it's just their kids now and stuff. Because you realize it's the same families of the same people doing the same
It's
bullshit.
all nepotism. And
All of that, and so these groups are far more closed off than it's meant to seem from the outside looking in.
yeah,
So
it's
you
not
think that you
anybody
can
who
get in
thinks
these
it's
clubs.
fair. Yeah, anybody who thinks like, I mean, I believe in the American dream and the fact that like, you work hard, you go to school, you get a job, you fucking kill at it. You could have a nice house, maybe a vacation house. Like, I believe that's possible. But at the top of it, the government does not give a fuck about you. Like, it's just Democrat, Republican. To be the president of the United States, you have to be a piece of shit. Like, other
That's it.
people love Obama. Think about how many fucking that wedding he dropped a
Bombs
fucking
on.
bombed on by mistake. And
They
it's like he
ran
goes-
out of bombs
and
during
he
his
goes,
presidency multiple times because he was
More-
dropping so many bombs.
More than any other president.
Yeah.
More than any other president
it's
ever.
crazy.
But the people who love Obama won't bring that shit up.
They won't. They won't talk about the fact that he kicked 5 million black families out of their homes, and that's the reason they let him be president, because they wouldn't let John McCain do it. They would
Or-
let Barack Obama do it, not John McCain.
Or-
And then to see him come around during the last fucking presidency where Biden was running against Trump again, which is fucking crazy, right? Hey, Oh, no, Kamala. Kamala's running against.
Kamala.
Kamala's-
Kamala, it's just like Biden. Biden in the middle '90s, he made the super predator law. If you got caught if you're a white guy got caught with a gram of coke, it would be probation. But if a black guy got caught with a gram of crack, which is the same drug just kind of cooked, it's like a 2-year minimum. They were called super predators. And black guys were going to jail for fucking years.
Yeah.
And then Biden's fucking son, what does he love?
It's crazy.
Crack cocaine.
It's crazy.
And same with
and
Kamala.
nobody makes a better deal. Like, nobody makes it look more fun than Hunter Biden either.
They're
He
all-
makes it look like a great time.
But they're all pieces of shit at the end of the day.
Of
Trump's
course.
fucking sons are making millions of dollars. Trump's become made $3
Like
billion.
Inauguration day, they had the Trump fucking meme shitcoin that just like went through the roof.
Plenty of the
Quick
watch.
4 billion in 5 seconds, and then it goes tanks, and they're
yeah,
like, "What the heck?"
and
I
nobody
invested.
talks about
Like,
it.
Rug
But
pulled
that's-
all his people.
yeah,
But
it's
they're
like-
all pieces.
oh
That's
my
what the
God.
problem is, dude. Two parties, dude. To pay $100 million to get a job that pays you $500,000 a year.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And like you
Tells
said,
you everything you need to know.
And you're not even if you get it, you're not the top. Like you said, like
You're not even the top.
Yeah, you're not the top. You know, it's
Which
like-
is so that's who I want to be talking to. I deal with the people at the top of organizations. That's really the way it works now. I mean, even here, I went and talked to the owner of the place. Hey, can I do this stuff here? You get permission to do that? Okay, good. I'm clear. Because I'm not dealing with the bullshit levels of numbnuts that can't
Middle
do
management,
anything. We need to have a conversation. We're gonna have the conversation, or I'm gonna find someone else who I can have the motherfucking conversation with. And if it ain't the motherfucking president, then I don't give a fuck. There was Kurt Metzger was talking about, like, I didn't know. This is a realization from a comedian who's 45 years old. He was also in a cult, which was the Jehovah's Witnesses, and that was started by like just a family. They just started religions, which is the fucking end. I forget where I was going with that. What did Metzger say? Goddamn. But whatever. Sometimes I get on these goddamn little rants,
talking
and I
about
forget where I
go
was
right
going.
to the president, go right to the top,
Go right to the top. Yeah.
talk to the person.
Oh,
in
the
charge.
news.
Oh, okay.
The
I was
news
trying to get you
is for one person, right? The news is for Trump. So, or Biden, whoever's sitting in the office. That's what the news is for. All you dumb people watching it like it's the. No, this is to fool the guy sitting in the chair, making the decisions, pushing him one way or the other because he sees the tides reacting.
Yeah.
And the tides are all bullshit, propped up by 3 media companies, 6 media companies, run by the same families of
And
oligarchs.
shrinking too. Like you just saw Warner Brothers sell to Netflix, and then they're getting outbid by Paramount, and it's just gonna end up being one thing. It's funny how they were all cable, and then they all fractured to streaming, and now they're just
Cabling again.
conglomerate. Like
You knew
yeah,
it
it's
was
just-
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because if I've seen it once, I've seen it a fucking 1,000 times. Same thing with I really wanted to jump on the Trump bandwagon, and it looked so. I'm a UFC fan, so when he would come out at the UFC with all of his people, I'm like, my girl's gonna do it. Are you kidding me? Tulsi Gabbard, like she's definitely gonna stop all the wars, and then. Like the other guys, like Cash Patel's gonna come in there. I didn't know Cash Patel's got a boyfriend in Las Vegas that he lives with. And that woman that he's with is a beard. That's his handler. That's what these things are. And when you start to integrate that into your day-to-day life, you're like, not gonna waste my energy and time on it. That's one of the things with you. You and I didn't get to know each other very well last year. You were only in for like
Yeah, I was doing
school.
like a day a week in October.
Yeah.
And then summer I was here at most a couple months. So.
Definitely. I knew how excited you were about senior year, but you kept, one thing pissed me off.
What?
You kept talking about how it's going to be the best apartment you ever lived in, your
Yeah.
senior year. And
It
I was like,
was.
oh my God, this kid has so much time left in his life. I couldn't imagine thinking about my life like it's all downhill, but that's what you've been pushed
Yeah.
all your life is like,
Yeah, no,
it's
I
all
think
going to suck.
I had more of a turning this year just because being on the bar and like making more money and stashing that away, and then kind of like setting back and actually like looking at my savings that I built up and looking at like I feel a lot more like on steady ground where I have like investments for the future. I have Roth IRA and everything, and like looking at getting a car, looking at moving out. Now I feel like I actually am on like solid enough footing to have prospects. I'm like very much in the minority of that for my generation, because like my generation's general like attitude, as I was saying before, is just completely like despair, like I'll never buy a house. And it's part of it is like you have to change your own attitude and be more optimistic, but part of it is really like true. Like it's hard to like even the job I was looking at for today, like it's not gonna pay me what I would need to even like live or save. The only reason I can like make money is because I have this like secret like hack job oh, actually, we don't make any money. Please tip us. But like we've been making bank, so like because I have that money saved, I can like now I have now I don't feel the same way. I feel like I can get back to that level of where I was with that apartment.
And that's
But,
not
like,
an opportunity that all Americans have because millions of people don't pour into their towns.
Exactly. We're very lucky to be in this tourist area.
Incredibly lucky.
Yeah.
I think about the fact, like, dude, just like you're saying, I can't find a job. So I managed a portfolio, a $3 billion commercial portfolio with a small team on the operations side of things. They paid me about $65,000 a year to do it. That's not enough to raise a motherfucking family on.
Yep.
Now, what is the operations percentage you want to pay somebody to operate a $3 billion portfolio? Because you're real fucking greedy.
Yeah.
And if you're a banker, money's not real. Because we used to have this thing called a reserve ratio in banks, and even that was bullshit. But the bank had to have $200,000 if they wanted to create another 80% in loans, because the reserve ratio is 20%. You have to have-
Originally they could let out 50% of what they had in
Yeah,
their
all that
bank,
shit.
and all of a sudden they could lend double. So they're just
now they
literally
just got
making
rid
up
of all.
money.
So now they're just making up money that they borrow from the fucking Fed at nothing. So this game is far more rigged than most people even realize. But all this shit's gonna have to change. It's all gonna have to change.
Yeah, is it though? But I mean, if it was up to me personally, and I know a lot of people won't like this, whoever runs next time, I think Carolyn Levitt, fucking Pam Bondi, they should all go to jail. They're all just fucking lying.
Dude, we
Hold
already
on.
said they should all go to jail.
1,000% they should all go, but the next person who runs, meet the old boss the same as the old boss. It's gonna be a Democrat, and he's gonna fucking do a bunch of shit. He's gonna change things. Then he's gonna 4 or 8 years. Then a Republican's gonna come in
Oh, yeah.
and do
Back
things
and
my
forth,
whole life.
pendulum swing.
Fucking Bush to Obama to fucking Trump to Biden back to Trump. My whole life.
So yeah,
It's
the
been
most you
like
get
that.
is maybe like 3 in a row of the one party before people get really sick of it. Like
it'll-
even if you look at the most popular presidents, like Reagan got 2 terms, and then he even got the third out of H.W. Bush being vice president, and then tide turns, and then you get
Clinton
2 of
for
Clinton,
fucking
and then
2
you
years,
almost
2
got
terms,
Gore,
yeah.
and then you go back to Bush for
No
2.
matter who you
Well,
vote
And
for,
then
you
you
get
get
John
sick
McCain.
of the Republicans, and then you go to Obama, and then you go Obama, almost Clinton, but they got a little sick.
Yeah,
go
guys,
back
it's a
to Trump.
game. It's a
just-
game. It's just
whatever.
a fucking game of
And I
back and
remember
forth.
fucking-
And then
like-
right now, people are, even Trump's own fans are blaming him because affordability it still sucks. So
Well,
and then
affordability
he's
is
gonna
a
go down.
word the Democrats
Yeah.
made up. Don't
well,
forget
yeah, it's
that.
a fake word. It's a new fake word
yeah.
like groceries that's not real.
Yeah, but I remember when
And then
Trump,
he'll go back, and then we'll get like
sorry.
Gavin Newsom, and then he'll do something, and then we'll be like,
I
oh, this
fucking
guy,
hope it's not
he's
Gavin
he's so
Newsom.
handsome.
Goddamn.
He talks so well.
I think it's gonna
and
be
then people are
the-
gonna get sick of him. And
Gavin
then
Newsom,
then you'll
J.D.
get
Vance.
someone else. So
Oh.
it just whoever the figurehead is.
Oh, I
but-
haven't been paying attention.
Yeah,
I hope
I just
you
want
do.
someone that's at least doesn't just have like active dementia, because it's been only dementia for like 3 cycles. Like I
Dude,
need
oh,
someone that's
what
not
was Obama,
79
like
years
40
old.
or something?
Yeah, something like that.
He was young because I believe before that the youngest was Kennedy, and he was like
He was-
39 or something. Like he was
Obama
young
was
too.
like,
yeah.
I want to say 42.
Because I think you have to be 35.
35
It
to
is
run.
the 35
so
to run. Yeah.
Kennedy was the youngest ever elected. Teddy Roosevelt was the youngest to actually ever serve because he took over as vice president. So that's a little
Oh,
fun trivia
okay.
for you.
Okay.
But he took over. I forget who the main president was that got killed. Maybe was that Garfield era or something.
I
Someone who
think
died
Garfield got
put
shot.
Teddy
Okay,
Roosevelt
yeah,
into
okay.
power. So he took over at a very young age too. But,
Because he was, they made the rule after him, right? Like, I
don't-
believe someone was like there 8 to 12 years, and then that's when they made it was a
Oh, Teddy Roosevelt?
Was it Teddy that was,
Oh,
okay.
so no, FDR did 4 terms in a row, and then they changed it to 2 terms.
That, okay,
He didn't.
okay.
He got like 30 days into the last term and then died.
Then died, right,
He
okay.
won it, and then Truman took over.
Okay.
And then it's great. Like Truman didn't even know the nuclear program existed until he became the president. They were like, "Oh, by the way, we have this shit," and he's like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah.
So they got
like
aliens.
I said, like
dude.
imagine
They got
wanting to be the
aliens.
president, you have to be a piece of shit, man.
You
to
have
like
to.
fucking look at Obama, how he looked the day he got inaugurated the first time and the day he left.
it
8
ages you,
years,
like,
ages,
3
ages
times.
like fucking 40 years.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're the leader of the free world, and it's just like, yeah, it's just that much responsibility and like. And like we've all agreed on, you don't even get to pull the real strings, you know, but you get to say, we believe this camp is whatever we think it is. And you go, okay, do it. And, oh, shit, that was a wedding. Yeah. And it's like, all right, well, good night. you know, like.
Can't tie our energy to these people.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. But I got to say, the big thing I've looked at, I'm 42, I'll be 43 in February. From, you know, growing up, it was, you know, I remember, you know, Bush. I remember we watched Clinton's first inauguration in '92. I was in 4th grade. We watched him get sworn in. I remember the teacher rolling in. It was like a TV on a cart they used to bring into your classroom.
Yeah. We still had those.
Dude, okay.
Yeah.
But that's what it was.
There's Bill Nye on that shit.
And I remember, like, the the Bush-Gore thing was huge. And because Fox News called it for Bush early, and it was like a big controversy for a couple of days.
Yeah, that's when I realized they stole elections even way back in the day, because that fucking Bush ballot box or that Gore ballot box was in Bush's, or Bush's brother was the
Jeb was the governor,
the governor of Florida.
Yep.
And then the ballot boxes they lost were all from Al Gore's county. It was like, and then the hanging Chad stuff. You realize they stole elections even way back then. And when we go back to Kennedy, so what I've realized is this shit just used to happen slower, and for your generation, the cycles just increased so fast. You've seen so many life cycles of it. Because Kennedy got assassinated, I forget the year, 62.
63, yeah.
The Zapruder film, which showed his head going back and to the left.
Back and to the left, yeah.
Right? That didn't come out for 14 years until later. So that was like the beginning of, oh, wait a minute, maybe they did it. This is fishy.
I think the day America died, in my opinion, was the day Sirhan shot RFK in that kitchen in California. In '68, if Robert F. Kennedy had won the presidency, I think we'd be in a completely different country. 1,000%.
They were going to kill them all. They'll just
but
keep killing
Nixon
them. That's
won,
I think what they were showing
and
there.
Nixon won, and he won the second term, and what? Then Watergate happened.
But Watergate was a constructed
like,
scandal as well from inside. That guy who broke
Trump's
the
done
Watergate
15
story?
Watergates since he's been elected.
If
That's
Watergate
the problem.
happened right now, it would go away in a day.
No, but
Literally in one day.
it'd be buried. It'd
Because
be
then the next
news
day,
for a
fucking
minute. And
Erica Kirk would go on a podcast, and we'd be like, "Oh, whoa, how
Dude,
about this?"
that
And
is
like,
the
no one would-
weirdest fucking
That's so
story
weird.
that will not go away. Everything's weird about it.
Yeah.
The whole thing's weird. Stop asking, like.
She walked
stop asking me
into
about Israel.
what is the company?
TPUSA having a
Yeah,
bunch of.
she walked in for a job, and Charlie Kirk's quoted as looking at her and be like, "I'm gonna marry her." So she won Miss Arizona or whatever, and came in for a job. Kirk looked at her and fell in love, and that's how she became J.D. Vance's fuck toy. You know,
Crazy. All of it's insane. That whole
America.
story, 5 different conspiracy theories, and the way that guy could have died.
Fucking Candace Owens going bananas now. Like,
I
don't follow that much, but yeah.
I don't follow her too much either. But when Candace is like a dog with a fucking bone, and she won't put it down. She's hanging on to that French woman story, even though the France is suing her.
The president of France, or is it president?
I don't
or
even know,
minister,
prime
but
minister
his
or whatever
wife
the fuck.
can
Or
you know
Brigitte
about that,
Macron.
right? Candace Owens accused her. She's like she's a transvestite.
Oh, you don't
she's
know the story?
accusing the.
So this is great.
French
You don't know the
president.
fucking story. So let me fucking Macron. So this is the
Macron.
official story. He is the prime minister of France. Now, he married his teacher from when he was a boy. So this is the official story. She was a 30-year-old teacher, and he was a 14-year-old boy when they started having sexual relations.
Nice.
So he
Like
was.
in South Park.
That's the official story. And there's just no
Living the
pictures of
goddamn-
her as a child.
Living the
don't
goddamn dream,
exist.
dude. This kid's fucking 14, banging. Is that she hot?
No, she's not hot.
But still, fucking 14, dude. I mean.
Oh, so weird. And I know Macron has sex with the Prime Minister of Canada, too.
Yeah, Trudeau.
Allegedly. Justin Trudeau, because Justin Trudeau's wife broke up with him because she found out they were fucking.
Well, hey, when
So-
you got that much power, fucking chicks probably get sold, dude. Like,
you
know.
get bored of it.
Yeah, like, dude,
These
that's
people
why
are
I
all
think,
groomed.
like,
They're all in fucking programs.
1,000%, like Clinton and all these people, like, dude.
So he's a
once
gay guy.
Once you're fucking tens, once all you do is fuck tens,
No.
then all of a sudden, tens aren't a big deal, and that's why they started going for kids.
I don't know
I
anybody.
honestly believe
Everyone
that.
I know who fucks 10s is like, yeah, it's just like you would think. It's fucking a 10.
No, yeah, but it gets old. You can fuck your girlfriend, the most attractive woman in the world to you. You fuck her for a while, it's gonna get old. You fuck 10s, you're not fucking nothing but 10s every night. It's gonna get old. And then it's like,
Marlon,
oh,
Marlon
but
Brando started fucking Richard Pryor. So
it-
they were like,
well,
fuck
that's-
it,
whatever
they
it
both got
is,
bored, I guess.
whatever
No!
it is, dude. Like,
That's-
what's
I'm
the-
telling you, they're all in gay clubs.
Mick Jagger fucked David Bowie. You know, but because they can do that. It's not even
No,
gay.
it
They
is
got
gay.
so much power.
It
No,
fucking is gay.
it's
You're
not even
convincing
gay.
you it's not gay.
No, to me, it's
They're
like,
gay.
dude, I got enough money that, like, hey, we're all fucked up. I'm just gonna
No.
fuck you in the ass. So, like, yeah,
No,
I'm sick. I'm
no.
sick of fucking supermodels. That's how good they are.
I don't get sick of that.
I'm sick of fucking 10s. I'm gonna fuck you, then a 14-year-old. That's how it goes. I'm not defending it. That's just how
You're
it is.
defending it 100%.
No, I mean, I'm just saying that's the
You're
stuff.
playing devil's advocate?
I'm just saying, fucking, dude. When you have everything, whatever you want, you snap. Imagine anything in the entire world you want. You have enough money, and all you have to do is snap your fingers, and you have it. Anything in the world. You think Leo? I met DiCaprio. Some nights, chicks are throwing themselves at him. Their fucking panties are wet
Where
enough
is
to
he,
drop.
though? See?
Hold on. Their panties are wet enough to drown a baby. And Leo's probably like, I just want to go. But Leo's like, dude, some nights I bet he's like, I just want to go home and hang out with the boys.
Yeah.
So much pussy. 10s after 10 thrown, and he's just like, after a while of anything, that's how humans are. Anything.
For sure,
anything
everybody
you
gets
get.
bored of stuff.
I'm
but
just saying,
but where
dude,
is like Leo? So he's a perfect example. Where does he exist and what does he do? Like I want to know what he eats specifically. What does he eat? You're the richest man in the world.
It's got a fucking, it's probably the same thing we eat. Leo.
Why? There's no pictures of him out at restaurants. There's no fucking tabloids on him. What does
Hold
he
on,
live
hold on,
in?
real.
Where does he live? Leo?
I don't know.
Nobody knows. He's on yachts. He's on unowned
Hold on,
things
but he
that
doesn't
borrowed
want-
by
no,
somebody.
We
And
can
I
buy
think
a
that
whole
sucks, though. I
private
think that
neighborhood.
sucks. Imagine being Taylor Swift. You can't even walk down the street to get a sandwich. Like your life is, you're so famous.
Oh,
You-
she's a creation, too.
Hold on, not any of them. That's gotta suck.
Oh, it's got to
Being
be
to
the
that
worst.
level has like all the money in the world, but you can't be like, oh, me and my girlfriend get in a fight. I'm gonna go for a walk. You can't just fucking do that.
No.
And like, how bad that must suck. Like,
Oh, that's part of the. Like,
I
that's
would
what you
never
signed
want
up
to be
do.
famous. I would never want to be
That's a
famous.
different.
ever,
That's
dude.
not a. That's not a. You get famous type of thing. That's a creation, right?
What are
the
you
way
talking?
that
I
she-
think I hear
Industry
Hollywood.
Yes, she's propped up like Kevin Hart. You don't get these.
But it does. But I'm saying
I
for
think-
sure.
When,
But
when do you
No
think the switch
question.
happens when they like are genuinely just a creative, like talented person on the come up, where
Nope.
they then?
hold on, I think Taylor Swift.
So you think? Do you think
Swift-
like when he first walked into an open mic and Kevin Hart was like kind of funny? You
So
think from the very
the-
beginning he was just in a lab? Like
He's hilarious.
Hold
Like,
on,
you
but
have
Bill
to
Burr-
have some natural talent
but
for
Bill Burr
them
was
to
saying,
want to
like-
break into you, but they need control over you. They need some blackmail or something. I don't know what it is
I'm
on
just
Kevin
wondering at
Hart.
one point, like with Taylor Swift, like at one point she was just a girl in her
Hold on.
bedroom. She wrote a song.
But
was
she
pretty
wrote, like,
good.
her
But she's
first
from a
couple
family
songs.
that. So first you have to be from a bloodline. You have to
Well-
be from a bloodline family.
Well, Taylor Swift wrote like her first 2 albums herself. She got famous like 14.
They defend that way too much for that to be true.
Hold
That's the
on.
only thing they defend, and they defend it in court because people sue her and she sues them back, right? That she writes her own shit. That's
But-
how you know it's fake.
But
They
She
defend
writes
it
her own
too
shit, it
much.
sucks.
I'm just saying that's what they say. She wrote her own shit, and I think it's that whatever kept whatever like.
Have you heard of?
These people who like make records, like look at the whole Motown thing. Like all those amazing artists made no money because a white guy owned it, and he didn't give a percentage. And some of the best American music ever. Same thing that's happened now. Taylor Swift, like as much rich as she is, imagine the people producing that album. But I'm just,
that was the whole thing with like Scooter Braun, who was like her manager producer.
Oh, Scooter Braun called. It's good now. Scooter Braun called. Fuck off.
There where he owned it, so that's why she did. Like,
and that
Scooter
killed
Braun.
me.
Scooter Braun.
When
Scooter
she
Braun.
hold on,
Fucking
when
That's
she
why she
hold
did
on.
the Taylor's version.
When she released, she originally she probably got like we'll say 3% of her
we're
albums,
in the
and she's a
Swifties right now.
and she's a millionaire. And then she released her same album's Taylor's version, same fucking music, but she got 100%. That is just saying fuck you to your fans.
I
Hey,
agree.
I'm gonna release the same album, but this time I'm gonna get all the money. You already own it, but I want you to buy it again. because I'm gonna make more
It's
money.
like they're brainwashed.
Fuck her.
Have you
Yeah.
heard of the Taylor Swift syndrome that people go to their concerts and they just can't remember anything? They have
Swifties?
memory
Swifties?
lapses. One of the guys
Alex is
that
a
works
Swiftie.
on the concert says he thinks it's because of the strobe lights.
Maybe people have like what Caesars maybe, yeah.
So what do you think the CIA is doing? They're figuring that shit out. That's where she's getting the light. Like, that's not something that happens by accident. I'm going to design my own set. I'm going to have this light pattern that's going on. It's also going to make you forget everything that happened, and you're going to wear diapers to my concerts. That's some brainwashing shit.
And not even diapers, but like
They are.
fucking,
They're
you get-
wearing
no,
diapers,
no, no, but
adult
you-
diapers.
Oh, I mean, I've gone to over 100 Fish shows, and people who go up front once they open have adult diapers.
That's
I like the rail
crazy.
riders, but same Taylor Swift, like they kind of relate to Fish that her fans are just as devoted.
Yeah,
Taylor
for
can be
sure.
like, hey, I'm gonna piss on stage, and 30,000 people are gonna pay $100 to watch you do that.
There's also a
Like-
reason that one of the only places you can get good LSD is at a Fish concert.
True.
And that's government creation.
Well, that's what they say about what's on. I forgot the CIA thing with Charles Manson.
MK Ultra.
MK Ultra.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yes,
So
They're
these are
admitting
the
to that,
programs that
they're
I'm talking
like-
about. So that was 60 years ago, 75 years ago at this
No, I
point.
think that was like the early 65, 66.
Those
like Whitey
programs
Bulger
were
was,
long-lasting.
was in-
Yeah, he got LC in Alcatraz. They don't.
MK Ultra, MK Monarch. These are well-known patterns. That's what Britney Spears is. She's a product of this fucking insane brainwashing.
Yeah, fuck, I feel bad for Britney
Horrible.
Spears. Like, she
Horrible.
got,
And she
dude,
is snapped.
When she was like 16, dude's like, hey, like fucking Jay Leno, like, hey, you have a boyfriend? Imagine nowadays some dude asking a 16-year-old girl, and then Justin Timberlake cheated on her and talked. Yeah, fucking the press
Crazy.
destroyed.
And they're
Britney
all
Spears.
Disney kids, right?
Yep.
Disney's got a deep dark. Do you know the Disney history too?
Just like
Yeah,
Mickey
I mean,
Mouse
that's
on
how,
South Park.
Like Demi Lovato ended up a crackhead and all that stuff. Like,
How about that
the
skinny
whole-
girl? That skinny
Ariana
girl.
Grande.
She
yeah,
looks
she
so
looks
bad.
like she's on death's door, and she was like my childhood crush when I was in like 5th grade. She
What's
was
her
like,
name?
Ariana Grande. When she was on like
She sang.
Victorious.
Was she like?
She was a
sing-
singer,
She's a
yeah,
pop
yeah.
star, but
She
now
was
she's
okay.
in like Wicked and movies and stuff. She's in the
Oh,
new
okay.
Wicked movie.
She's
She
so
she
sad.
dated my boy.
Pete Davidson for a bit.
No, the Canadian Bieber Fever.
Did she?
Did she?
Justin Bieber.
Who dated Bieber?
I have. Oh, Selena
Selena
Gomez.
Gomez.
Selena Gomez. Okay, yeah. I don't know what your kids are into now. You know, the ticket
I'm
and
surprised
talking.
I caught up with
Yeah,
that one.
it
I'm
was like
glad. I was
15
happy.
years ago.
I'm hip.
I was like, why do I know this shit?
I'm still cool.
This was
you
drama
know?
in elementary school. Oh my God! Did you hear about Selena Gomez?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
That whole Hollywood cell is falling apart too. I don't know.
Well, because
Yeah.
they just did I talk to you about? They just make the same. Like, if you look at the top 10 highest grossing movies, it's all either franchises or sequels. It's just Superman reboot for the 15th time, Minecraft movie, like what else was up there this year? Like Wicked, which is just another remake of a play.
The
of a
new
movie,
Wicked,
of
yeah.
A book.
Which
Like
is
it's just
such
all just
bullshit.
remakes of a remake of a book of a movie that already existed of a this. Like, it just that's why like when I find something that's actually unique and creative, like I thought like I watched Once Upon a or no, what is it? One Battle After Another. Speaking of Leo, it's his new movie, which I guess you probably attribute that to the same machine. But at least
Is he
it's like
handsome?
at
least
least
it's
it's
the good
like
part of
at
the
least it's a
machine.
creative director with like it's a.
It was a
like,
good movie.
unique
It was a
story.
good movie.
Yeah, it was.
Was
really
he
good.
handsome? Was Leo?
So
he's a dreamboat.
in the movie, he's
that
like
Leo's a dreamboat.
he's actually like a loser, like stoner dad in this movie. He's kind of like the basic plot is he used to be this like super left wing revolutionary, like, and then he's like 20 years out of the game. He's got this daughter, and then Sean Penn, this like, he's an oh my god,
2 for 2! 2 for 2!
Good night, everybody.
That's hilarious. I love that you did that, dude. That's the best. At this point, it's like, oh man, that's awesome.
I'm embarrassed.
I love it.
Dude, live at home as long as you can. Just bank money. Like, if I
I've been
could go
doing
back,
that.
live at home. Oh my god, yeah.
I've been doing it for so long though, and I have a lot of money saved, and now I've reached the point where like
I think we're pretty good. I got most of it.
the problem is now that I've reached the point where like I want to like bring a girl home from here, I have nowhere to go.
I
So I
got
had to
what
get a
you-
hotel
yeah.
room, and it's like then I'm spending even more money.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, unless you got like a couple buddies here like doing well, and you know like they're gonna be, you know, like.
Yeah, I just want the freedom to just come and go as I please with whoever I want.
1000%. Yeah.
Especially because like my mom's just super strict.
Oh, you don't need that. No, yeah. I remember probably 23, and I grew up at a split level. So you'd walk in the house, and it was a landing, and you go up or downstairs. And I brought a girl, wound up being my girlfriend, but you know, we had, you know, coitus in my room, and I walked naked to the bathroom, so it's completely dark, and I'm kind of, you know, taking a pee, cleaning up in the bathroom, and I opened the bathroom door, so the light's only behind me. It's completely dark in front of me.
Silhouetted.
And that's my mother standing there, and I'm 24, just naked. And no, like 23. And she looks at me and she goes, "We don't run a brothel here." So my parents just heard me banging upstairs, and like, yeah. And
Yeah, that's exactly what I don't want to happen.
Yeah. But I hear what you're saying.
Market for a apartment?
Yeah.
But if you got like a couple buddies locally that like
that's
you
what I
got a
gotta
place
figure
with,
out.
like you try, you know, like
Yeah.
okay.
I gotta figure something out because they're all on their own tracks. They all have their girlfriends and their own career paths
Dude,
and stuff.
having a girlfriend at your age is fucking retarded. You know,
and it's
like
all my
fucking.
friends have like girlfriends, and they're like,
And they're
"Oh,
gonna
my girlfriend
marry
wants
him,
to go to
yeah. Because you're gonna be the same
Washington
person
and
at
go to
34 you are now.
So we'll see.
It'll change
You
a million
get
times.
yourself a suit because you're gonna go to a lot of weddings. You know, weddings.
Is that gonna change?
What, like marriage
Weddings?
rates? I mean, the birth rate's way down. I mean, like now this connects to being like pessimistic about I'll never buy a house. People are waiting so much longer to get married now too because like back in the day when you could just be like 22 and work at the fucking hardware store and just like get married, have a couple kids, and you could just afford to buy a house off of just any
Fucking
Joe Schmo
milkman
job.
with a stay-at-home
Could just buy a
wife
house
can
and-
get
yeah.
us hell, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like now it's like you really have to get your whole life set up before you could even think about possibly like can we afford
Yeah,
a
unless
kid
you're making like
with
6
childcare
figures, you get
with,
like a condo.
both parents
you know,
working and can we afford like childcare and everything. So that's
do you want a
another thing
kid
that's, like,
eventually?
Eventually. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So. And
See,
then,
I
'cause
lucked
it
out.
seems like such an impossible thing, but then I see people here that just like get pregnant and they're like, "Fuck it, I'll have the kid," and then it's working out relatively
One thing
well. They
I've
seem
realized
okay,
in my
so-
life, when you want to get pregnant, it's hard, but when you don't, it's super easy. Especially, I hate to say it, for like you're Puerto Rican, you know, like they just love getting pregnant. They can't fucking help it. But like I know so many people have tried for like 6 months and couldn't get pregnant, and you hear somebody like one night stands and I got pregnant. It's like.
It's like the universe decides. But
Well,
once the universe makes
we're
a
dinks.
decision,
Me and my
like
girlfriend,
everything else.
we're dinks. Dual income, no kids.
Yeah, it's the best.
I'm
right?
42, she's 43. We both like we don't think enough of ourselves. We need 2 more half of me's in the world. You know, there's enough shit going on. You can't be a Boy Scout anymore. You can't be an altar boy. Everybody's fucking kids. The world's a shitty place. I don't want to bring in and no kids. Oh, it's Thursday. You want to fly to Miami? Yeah, let's do it. You know, like.
Yeah, no
Fuck
shit.
it. Like
That is great.
I've never wanted a kid. It's
There's a
weird.
freedom.
Like, and
There's
she's
a
never
freedom to
wanted.
it.
And I feel like I've lucked out that I met a girl on the same page. Which
Yeah.
is like, yeah, for whatever reason, like. But everybody else I know is like, yeah, I want kids, which is cool. It's just I've never like.
Ari
like-
Shafia travels the whole world. You know, he's an artist and he does the same thing. Doesn't want kids. He got snipped when he was young. And that's just the life that he chose.
I never got snipped. I like just fucking rolling the dice. Yeah. But I like finishing on the woman to mark my territory. You know, it's kind of my thing, you know. I'm away
Yeah.
now. Can you edit that out?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
I think we've been going for a minute.
Yeah, I think we're good probably, right?
Yeah,
We're good.
definitely. We can fucking wrap it up.
I like the new setup, man. This looks real professional.
Way
Yeah,
better,
way
dude.
better.
Thank you
1000%,
so much.
yeah.
My first guest, we've come a long way.
No, this is huge.
Way different. The first one we tried to do with we did it with my laptop. And these microphones were plugged into my laptop, and then I don't even remember, we couldn't get it going.
You came to my house,
Yeah.
It was like a completely, that was, fuck, probably a year ago.
Yeah, almost a year ago, dude. January, right?
Do we need to like wrap up?
Sure, dude. Sit down.
Let's do an outro.
Yeah.
This
Well, we
is where I
definitely
put my-
covered a wide range.
This is where I put my dick out, right?
Topic.
Yeah, this is the dick part.
This is. I'll put my
What-
finger through just for.
What's your position on the AI before we get out of here?
What do you mean? Just
What do you
like
think
generally?
about, like just generally, what's
I
the
think-
outlook?
It's simultaneously so capable that it's scary and sucks so bad that it's like useless, because I use AI really strictly as a checker of my work. As a college student,
That's how I do
it's
it.
very easy to just have the AI do the work, and people are so stupid that they will do that and still get in trouble because they'll leave the part that says like, generate a response, and they'll just copy and paste that, and the teacher's like, oh, you left the part that says like this was generated by it, so you're just a moron. Or like they have AI checkers. You can smartly use AI, and if you really are just that lazy of a bastard and you don't want to do the work, you could get out of it. I want to do the work because I'm paying fucking how much to go to school.
'Cause you
I
wanna
actually-
learn. You wanna
I
be-
want to do
yeah.
the work and actually learn it and feel the sense of accomplishment that I did the work and got something out of it. So I only do the work, and then at most, I either did my Spanish homework, check that I spelled this correctly, or if it's like really complex business math formula, I just want to know that I got to the final number right. Now, I would run stuff through ChatGPT, and I would have it, or I would be like, explain it step by step, and it would show it could do a math formula that was like exponent, parenthesis, variable, the most complex thing, and that step would get to the right next step, which would be 2100 times 3, and then it would do that wrong. It
Really?
would do basic multiplication that you could do on your calculator in 5 seconds on any calculator that's 30 years old,
Interesting.
and it would do 2100 times 3 and give you like 8,000, and you're like, what? And I would literally just double check that, and I'd type into ChatGPT and I'm like, you did the multiplication wrong, and it would be like, oh yeah, you're right, it's actually this. And I'm like, so if I just blindly copied and pasted that, I would have got it wrong. I'm going through it because I just want to check the step by step and actually like figure out if I'm doing it correctly. So it was getting basic addition wrong and basic multiplication wrong, but it could write all these stories, it can do all these things that we see it do, and I was just so like dumbfounded at how it was routinely getting basic addition wrong.
Wild.
And then I would put like Spanish through it, and I would get the right like verb tense or whatever, and it would do that wrong. So I was like, it can't do like basic, like my Spanish homework was like, I walked to the store, and it couldn't say that correctly, but it could write like a whole novel if you put that in. You know what I mean? Like, so it was shocking at how much it sucked at the most basic shit that I was like, I'm really having to double check that part. But then it can do so many things that just blow you out of the water. So it's weird. It's kind of scary. But I feel like my prospects are in fields that AI can't replace. Like an AI bartender. You want to go in and be like, hey man, I got fucking fired.
Definitely not.
And my girl cheated on me. This shit sucks.
AI's not
And the
gonna do
guy's
it.
like, fuck that, man. Here's a beer. Talk to me.
1000%.
Or, you know,
Emotional
but-
connection.
yeah, so
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
that
but
emotional side. Also with like mental
you-
health counseling,
what-
you don't want to talk to a screen.
Well, that,
you know,
yeah,
so-
like I'm in school to be a mental health counselor, so it's the same thing. But I feel like something like bartending. I've been to bars like the south side of Philly, where there's like a cap on it, and when you pour, it like only lets you pour like every
drink.
bottle. So like you can only put it's like a pre-made pour. So that's like.
For yourself.
And I think eventually it's gonna be like in China or Japan,
Everything's
like
in a
there's a
vending machine.
conveyor belt that goes by and you just pick the food. I
just
think
so
you're just gonna type in
dystopian
what
to me.
drink
Yeah.
you want.
Dystopian.
I would much rather. I'll just sit at home and get drunk by myself.
Definitely.
I'm with you. Like, dude, it's just starting the supermarkets, the self-checkout.
Yeah.
Like, imagine being
They're
that.
conditioning us.
Yeah, that fucking hey. Buy your shit, you do all the work and get the fuck,
Yeah.
what a fuck you that is. Then every time you need someone to come over and do something.
Yeah.
But,
Anything else you wanted to cover? That was because I know we kind of just took a bunch of courses, so I didn't know if you had another topic.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I wanted to ask like your opinion on the AI thing. There's a study on Uber drivers who are using the talking directions versus knowing the city themselves, and the people who have the talking directions or artificial intelligence helping them, their hippocampus has shrunk. And it's significant, especially when we get into areas of creativity and things like that. So I'm incredibly careful with how often and how much I use.
Yeah, I don't want it
Any
to be
of
a crutch
those.
because, like, it used to be you'd walk into class and the teacher's like, "All right, write me a 5-paragraph essay by hand on this piece of paper and like cold. Read something you've never read, write it. And not that 5 paragraphs is a lot, but when you're a kid, 5-paragraph essay, it's like
insane.
you might as well tell me to write a whole
Yeah.
book. So
It's nuts.
Yeah, a
and
page and a half is
and
like
your
ridiculous.
hands hurting, and you
dude.
gotta really
Yeah.
like read it, think about what you just read, come up with, all right, what's my claim, evidence, reasoning? That's how we would
Intro,
structure it.
oh,
My intro,
yeah,
what's
what
my
the,
hook, what's my conclusion? Write it by hand and plan out. Now it just like run everything through ChatGPT. Kids don't the literacy rate, man. I'm worried for it because like you just talk to someone and their vocabulary just sucks because they just don't know words. Like
Yeah.
it sounds like I'm just lumping everyone in as just stupid, but there really is just people that can't read or comprehend themes. Like how many times do I tell people like I watched a movie from 50 years ago that kids my age and like they haven't even heard of it and they only know, and now I sound like I'm like I was born in the wrong generation, but like kids that like only watch a movie if it's from 5 years ago and they won't watch it if it's in black and white, or they won't watch it, and it's like I don't know. I feel like that's just
There's
the
these
general brain
blinders
rotting
on.
like
Yeah.
of society. That's just kind of I don't know.
Yeah, there's always limitations to
Media
youth,
literacy.
but well, literacy in lots of different ways. You realize that we have the capability to already put ourselves in our own echo chambers, and that's been happening a lot more than we realize. Because when you're on the internet, like a lot of people play video games with their friends, right? And they stay with the same friend group. I was just talking to a buddy about that, but you don't get much outside context and checks on your normal. And what the rest of the world's normal is now everyone's is very unique. So it's led to a fracturing of the culture, but I was just interested in what you guys were thinking about that.
That's why I like working here too, because you get every kind of person walking in here.
For sure.
And you'll have someone sit down and say something, and you might completely be like, well, what the fuck is this guy on? But at least you get that temperature check of like, oh, there's people out there thinking like this guy. And
Big
then the next
time.
guy that comes in is on the complete opposite side, and you're like, all right, well, there's people out there thinking like this guy.
The other guy.
And it just kind of gives you a mental kind of scope of where people are as
Big
opposed
time.
to an echo chamber. So, you know, because we get tourists from all over the world. And even from with right here in Salem, you get every kind of person you can imagine pretty much. So.
Oh, yeah. I think that they're extracting something out of us with the AI, too, in a sense. I don't know how they're doing it, like some sort of, like...
Well,
Taking
I mean,
away,
all
it's
AI
just-
is just derivative of human creation. So
Taking
when
away
you
your-
say like make a painting in the style of
Yes.
an impressionist painter, they can't do that if the impressionist painters didn't already exist as human creation. So they can only base things off of what's pre-existing. So there's still that area that's left for original thought and original creativity. But it's getting scary because like I would pride myself on being like, oh, these like old people don't know what AI, like, oh, I can tell that cat doing a backflip isn't real, like stupid.
See, I can't tell that shit at all, dude. Like, yeah,
so I
no,
would be
no.
like, oh, like, well, that's the thing. Like, I used to be, or for a long time, or at least in recent AI, I was like, oh, I can't believe these like stupid people on Facebook really believe this. And then now it's getting so good that like, I'll see a video and be like, oh, maybe something in my head is like that's kind of weird, but I'll just be like, huh. And then 5 videos later, I'll be like, have you seen this fake video trending? And I'm like, fuck, I did see
I
that,
knew
and they
something
kind of
was
got
up,
me. Like,
yeah.
so I'm like, it's getting exponentially better. Like, 2 years ago, it looked like just a sloppy cartoon creation, and now it's literally like a
Happens
human
so
video.
fast.
Like, it's
The way that I think about it is actually with math. What is the a square? If a equals b and b equals c, then a equals c, the transitive property.
yeah, one of those.
So if we are today doing the job that AI is going to do tomorrow, then therefore we are the AI of today. And if we are afraid AI is going to wake up to something tomorrow, that means we are capable of waking up to that thing today. And it's up to you to figure out what that waking up thing is.
I don't think enough people will ever wake up, dude. I honestly believe in my heart of hearts that enough people, A, don't give a shit, and the country's so divided that neighbors wouldn't help each other in a fire at this point. So when the computers do take over, which they're gonna, we're fucking toast, man. If you've seen T2, it's a fucking wrap. I honestly believe they're gonna take over. That's-
Pessimism on this side, but your generation, we gotta find
Trying,
that optimism.
trying.
Gotta find that
I just,
optimism.
I'm gonna be 43, like I said. I I want to see the end of the world, my generation.
See,
if it's
I'm
gonna end,
afraid there's too many of them that want to watch the thing
no,
burn
no,
down.
if it's
Then
gonna.
what's left for me?
He wants my guns,
In
and then
my-
he's gonna
my-
burn the fucking thing down.
In my
You guys ain't
hypothetical
gonna
kid.
do shit when they're shooting a missile down your goddamn chimney. You know, what's your shotgun gonna do against a fucking Abrams tank rolling down the side street? Nothing.
Well, you got dual
Start
income,
pla-
so you're not gonna be here. You're gonna be in Hawaii
Yeah,
taking
me
a
and my girl,
vacation.
I'm gonna buy an island. Me and my girl, you know, just fucking pull, you know. I'll send you guys a postcard.
Oh,
But,
thank you
hey,
guys both so much for doing this. This is always unbelievable. To sit
Always a
down.
pleasure.
This was like a
Great to see you
generational
guys.
fucking
Yeah,
alignment
you
here.
got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that was great so much. I gotta go take a shower now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, he's not. We'll see you next
Oh,
time.
thank you guys. Take back your
Oh,
consciousness.
follow the TikTok, by the way.
Yeah, follow the TikTok. What is it?
Bartender comedy coming up. Alex LaRue _ I think it is. So.
Whatever it is, we'll put it
I
on
don't
the
have
thing.
TikTok.
Do you
What the TikTok you kids are doing?
do you want any
But write
social
it
media
down, no,
shout-outs?
my girl's got a TikTok. I don't have any social media.
Do you
I
want us to put your girls on here?
Yeah,
Have
no,
people
no,
follow?
no, no. We'll write
Whoa.
down your stuff so she can follow you guys.
Oh, yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
sure,
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Definitely. Hell yeah, guys, that was great. If you want to find out where else you can listen to this broadcast and you're a human, you can go to MugsyTheCreator.com. If you're a robot, I got nothing for you. I mean, unless you can subscribe over here, or you can click this playlist. If you're a robot, you can do that. That would definitely help. Like, subscribe, whatever you want. Thanks a lot, guys.